Hello, my name is Robin Shaler, and the title of my presentation is A Return to Ruddiman, Pandemics and Politics. The two articles I selected include Pandemics, Carbon Dioxide and Climate, and Global Change, Science and Politics. Both articles are from William Ruddiman's Plows, Plagues, and Petroleum book, pictured to the left, which is specifically about how humans took control of climate in his opinion and research. My primary motivation for choosing these two articles includes number one, the relevance of the two topics today, including our current pandemic, as well as politics. Secondly, my research at the root, literally and figuratively, involve sustainability and reduced carbon emissions, so I was particularly interested in the climate change issue and carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. So, starting with Ruddiman's article, Pandemics, CO2, and Climate, the main message behind this article is that a series of pandemics and viruses occurred throughout human history, which resulted in changes in agriculture and abandoned farms and reduced rates of deforestation. And with added time, as little as 50 years, farms would be covered by the natural surrounding environment, forests, if the farm happened to be situated in a forest. And what happened is that this increase in forests, according to Ruddiman, caused a decrease in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which furthermore led to a decrease in the global temperature. Ruddiman's second article that I chose to discuss, Global Change, Science and Politics, discusses the way that the media tends to polarize environmental issues, pitting business interests against environmental groups, and media channels will tend to portray themselves as providing a balanced coverage by sharing the viewpoints that are extreme from both opposing sides. However, in reality, Ruddiman pointed out that this does not present a true balanced view of the issue, because each side tends to fail to represent the levels of uncertainty or the cons in their arguments. This idea of what is a true balanced representation of a science topic made me think about my own research and what really fascinates me about it. I've mentioned this in other presentations in different classes, but I find it interesting that economic interests often are pitted against environmental interests, but that's not always indefinitely the case. And alfalfa, what I study, is a great example of that. Alfalfa, for one, it's known to reduce carbon dioxide levels, and it's good for the environment. It has a great carbon footprint, and as well for the economy, because it has so much protein, so much fiber, and so much calcium that it's known to increase milk production in cows, which therefore benefits the farmers. In addition to my own research, I've seen this idea of environmental interests working well with business interests through the company TerraCycle. I had the opportunity to meet in person with the company's founder when I lived in New Jersey not long ago. And this the owner had a very interesting story. He was attending Princeton University, and essentially he dropped out, and he he organized with a group of classmates, and they collected compostable materials, and they actually created a product, and they sold the product, and then they amplified this business model of collecting recyclable goods and then turning it into something new. And as you can see to the left, their work environment is the office is a really fun place to visit. It's made out of mostly recycled goods. It's really creative. And TerraCycle, it's just had enormous success. This little infographic here in the center of the slide shows that over 200 million people are recycling and contributing recycled goods to TerraCycle. And TerraCycle is creating products made from recycled goods. They're donating products as well. They've raised $44 million for charity. They donated this playground to a school, picture to the right. And right above that picture, you'll see some of the products TerraCycle is used in, and those products are made from recycled goods. In conclusion, not only did these two articles by Ruddiman remind me of what interests me about my alfalfa research and the potential for environmental benefits and economic benefits to work hand in hand, but these two articles, specifically the climate change in media portrayal, reminded me of the ultimate goal of this class, which is to really build frameworks for analyzing research and scientific issues. And it's just a very helpful thing in general, a helpful concept to realize that yes, there are two sides of an issue, the pros and the cons, but even within those two sides, each side has its own pros and cons, its own certainties and uncertainties, which it's important to understand what those are. And this idea can be applied to so much more than science. So I hope that was of interest to you guys, and I'm looking forward to reading what you guys thought about the two articles.